Finally, we have something that should be a most delectable matchup for anyone who loves a little flavor in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. It's the Baylor Bears and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. We check in with her now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He is really trying to motivate his team here today to use this opportunity to develop. This is a team that just barely made it into bowl contention, just barely eligible. But getting into a bowl game allows you to have extra practice time. That is extra development time for this young team that looks to make some splashes next year. Coach said, here's our opportunity to prove we can be even better coming up. But it all starts here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Quick give. Looking for a crease. Got the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Turner. Turning it on. Dragged down after working his way. Those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Freeman. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
All over him immediately.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Running inside, it's Johnson. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. After that last play, there is a Clemson Tiger slow to get up. Clemson will send the punt team out. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Throwing, Lagway. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Right side, it's Brown. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Bears come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Rides the option, he keeps it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. RPO complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Here's Lagway to pass. They're all over him. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The fake wants to throw. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Flagway wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown Bears! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Reynolds. Out wide right, it's Davidson. Snags it, and there's running room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quick give. It's Johnson. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's got enough. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Lagway escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Pulls it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. Give to the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Turner. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Rushes on. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Making the adjustment on the play. They'll give it to Johnson. There he goes. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson...
He unleashes a long one. And what a catch! A diving grab down the right side.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the return, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing, Lagway. Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Out wide left, it's Brown. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Here's Lagway to pass. Left side is Turner. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush right in his face. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. like to throw, time running short in the half. Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Bears will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things. In that first half, need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on second down. The handoff to Johnson. Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's Reynolds. He goes down. He needed to get forward to pick up that first down, and now they've got a decision to make on 4th.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Needs it here on 4th down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. The run inside. It's Johnson. Turning it on. They've got him corralled.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Caught on the left side by Wesco. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air, it's Reynolds. Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. Gets away from one, finds room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, it's Johnson. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Breaks free, and he might be gone. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Does not anywhere near good ball placement.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throwing again, here's DJ Lagway. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throwing on the run. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Hits inside. It's Davidson. At midfield, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
From deep, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Flagway wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
Second and long here. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DJ gonna fire again. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running inside, it's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway.
Makes the grab in their space. Pass to 50. He's at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Direct snap. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Out wide left, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and 4th or 3rd down and goal situation.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Hands it off. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Lagway. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it.